Yesterday, thousands of British Catholics and Irish citizens gathered in Belfast to protest against mass migration into the United Kingdoms. They were heard shouting, "Whose street our street?" and "Mass deportation now." They carried slogans that read, "Deport all illegals now," "The UK is a Christian country and all Christians have the right to practice their religion," "No religion is support to oppress others," and many other slogans that were against mass migration and extremism.
So we're here outside Belfast City Hall, and we've got something you don't see this very often. You don't often see tricolours and Union flags outside the City Hall. Normally, years ago, this would have caused a riot. But it just shows how much things have moved on. And obviously the people on this side are basically concerned about migration. They're concerned about the unchecked, unvetted migrants coming into the city. And that's why the people turned out.
Protest in Belfast. People actually need to wake up.
I think this is a good example shown by Patriots as they are standing for their country, and this needs to be repeated over and over again until Britain is taken back. Before we continue, if you've not already, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell for upcoming updates. You won't see this anywhere in the mainstream media. Yesterday, a significant gathering unfolded in Belfast, Northern Ireland, where thousands of British citizens, Catholics and Irish individuals convened to voice their concerns regarding mass migration into the United Kingdom. This protest, marked by passionate chants and slogans, reflects a growing sentiment among certain segments of the population regarding the implications of immigration on national identity, culture and security. The atmosphere in Belfast was charged with emotion as demonstrators took to the streets, chanting slogans like "Whose street, our street" and "Mass deportation now." These refrains echoed the sentiments of those who believe that mass migration poses a threat to British values and societal cohesion. Carrying banners with messages such as "Deport all illegals now," "UK is a Christian country," and "No religion should oppress others," the protesters articulated their stance against what they perceive as an influx of individuals who do not share their cultural and religious values. The presence of both British and Irish citizens at the rally signifies a broader concern that transcends national borders within the United Kingdom. Participants express feelings of frustration and urgency, believing that their voices need to be heard in a media landscape that they feel often overlooks or misrepresents their views. At the heart of the protest is a complex web of issues related to mass migration. Many participants argue that the current rate of immigration has strained public services, housing, and job opportunities. They believe that unchecked immigration undermines the social fabric of the nation and leads to increased competition for resources. Furthermore, some protesters express fears about the rise of extremism and the potential for cultural dilution, arguing that Britain's identity is at stake. The slogan "UK is a Christian country" reflects a perspective among some demonstrators that emphasizes the importance of maintaining a society rooted in Christian values. This viewpoint suggests that the increasing diversity of religious beliefs and practices is not only challenging, but could also lead to societal discord. For these individuals, the call for mass deportation is not merely a reactionary response, but a plea to preserve what they believe is the essence of British identity. A significant aspect of the protest was the participants' belief that mainstream media fails to adequately represent their views. Many protesters urged their peers to subscribe to alternative media channels, suggesting that traditional outlets often ignore or misinterpret the concerns of those advocating for stricter immigration policies. By promoting their cause through social media and online platforms, organizers aim to amplify their message and reach a wider audience. This distrust in mainstream media reflects a broader trend seen in various societies, where segments of the population feel marginalized or unheard. The digital age has empowered individuals to create their own narratives and communities, often leading to the formation of echo chambers, where like-minded individuals gather to reinforce their beliefs. The rally in Belfast is emblematic of a divided society, where differing opinions on immigration have led to heightened tensions. Supporters of mass migration argue that it enriches the cultural landscape, drives economic growth, and addresses labour shortages in key sectors. They emphasise the humanitarian aspect of migration, highlighting the plight of refugees and asylum seekers who flee their home countries for safety and opportunity. Conversely, those who gathered in Belfast represent a growing faction that feels their concerns are not being addressed by policymakers. This divide raises critical questions about how societies can navigate immigration in a way that respects both the needs of newcomers and the concerns of existing citizens. While the protest serves as a rallying point for those opposing mass migration, it also underscores the urgent need for dialogue and understanding between different segments of society. Engaging in constructive conversations about immigration can help bridge the gap between opposing views. Policymakers, community leaders, and citizens must work together to address the root causes of migration, as well as the legitimate concerns of those who feel threatened by rapid demographic changes. Creating spaces for dialogue can also help dispel myths and misconceptions about immigrants and the impact of migration on society. Education and awareness campaigns can foster a sense of community, promoting mutual respect and understanding. As the debate around mass migration continues, it is crucial for all parties to approach the issue with empathy and a willingness to listen. The sentiments expressed in Belfast reveal a deep-rooted fear of losing cultural identity and stability. However, these fears must be addressed through informed discussions rather than divisive rhetoric. Policymakers should consider implementing comprehensive immigration reform that balances humanitarian obligations with the legitimate concerns of citizens. This might include measures such as improved vetting processes, community integration programs, and support for local services that may be impacted by immigration. Moreover, it is essential to foster an environment where diverse perspectives can coexist. This requires acknowledging the contributions of immigrants to society while also addressing the challenges that rapid migration can present. By promoting inclusivity and understanding, communities can work towards solutions that benefit everyone. In a world increasingly defined by migration, the ability to address these issues thoughtfully will determine the future of communities across the UK. As we move forward, it is imperative to listen to all voices, ensuring that the dialogue around immigration is inclusive and constructive.